Hey everybody, and welcome to Drawing Lessons with Bobby Chiu. Last week I was talking about profiles. This week I'm talking about elements of the straight-on view. If you never heard of this technique, most likely you're going to become instantly better once you try this technique, because a lot of times the only problem with beginner drawers is that you're drawing the wrong things at the wrong time in the wrong order. So today what we're going to be talking about is the mouth. Now, have you ever drawn a mouth that look kind of like this? You're trying to draw a mouth. Okay, there's one line, there's another line, there's another line. There's the gap between the two lips, and then we have the lower lip, and you're looking at it and it doesn't look very good. It looks actually very crude. Well, why does it look so off? It's because you're using lines to draw them in the very beginning. The whole nature of lines is that they tell the viewer that this is definite. This is the definite borderline between the lips and the chin. This is the division line between the upper lip and the lower lip. It is exactly there. See, the problem with this method is that you need to have it exact. If you are 1 millimeter off, people will look at it and go, nah, that's not right. Because lines by nature tell the viewer that this is where you feel is exactly the borderline between this element and that element, so on and so forth, making it very difficult to draw. So let me show you this technique. 95% of all the mouths that you're going to be drawing have something in common. The light is coming somewhere from up above, and it's going to create a shadow in the upper lip and a shadow just beneath the lower lip. When you put in eyes and a mouth, you can see the face instantly. This is 2 marks. Super simple, very effective, very quick. Now, what's the next step? Well, the next step after this is you can already start to see the mouth. You can already start to visualize this mouth. So how do we go on even further than this? We're going to look at one side of the mouth. Then you're going to measure and you're going to reevaluate the second side of that mouth. And then you're going to put in something in the middle, some sort of descriptive element of how does the middle of that mouth look like. Then all of a sudden you have a pretty realistic mouth here, and you can start to see it very, very easily, very, very quickly. You could then start to shape it out so that you are putting down exact details. The only difference is that you had 1 or 2 tries beforehand to get it right. And there you go. There's a mouth. Let's try a couple different mouths. Perhaps this person has a wide mouth. Perhaps this person is a bit older. Perhaps they have a wide mouth with thinner lips. So I'm going to have my shadow here a little bit closer to the upper lip shadow. And then when I painted my details, perhaps I'll give her a bit of I'll give this person a bit of wrinkles towards the sides of the mouth. Put in the middle area. Perhaps the lips are just slightly apart. Put in some wrinkles. And there you go. Now you have an old person's mouth. Perhaps the mouth that you're doing has very big lips. They're very plump, they're very juicy, they're big. What happens with bigger lips? It's going to catch more shadow. From here, all you need to do is put in the little details. These little details are so great because they're slightly darker than all that light stuff you put in the very beginning. What this does is it will overpower what you did in the beginning, and it gives you a second chance to get it exactly right. You can see that this side of my lips is slightly longer than this side, but that's okay. I can just do some adjustments with my little details, and everything would be just fine in the end. Now we're starting all these lips just about the same exact way, even though they're all very, very different. So this one, we have big, juicy lips. They're very plump. And that's shown with the shadows. After that, we can just kind of carve it a little bit. Have a much better sense of what these lips should look like. Perhaps these lips are doing a smile. So I put in a shadow on the top. Well, the shadow on the bottom, because the lips are stretching towards either end, the shadow underneath the bottom lip is not really pronounced at all. It's actually very subtle because everything's getting stretched out and the shadows are getting stretched out, getting thinner and thinner. We start off basically the same way. One shadow for the upper lip, one shadow for just below the lower lip. We can reevaluate it at this point, see if we're dead on or if we need some adjustments. Say we need some adjustments. Say that these lips are curling a little bit too high and they really shouldn't curl that high. Well, that's okay, because with this method, the next step, you're using darker descriptive lines, and then you can make your adjustments. You can lower the lips. You can add in the sides. And then you can carve it out to your exact specifications. So there you go. That's how you create lips super, super quickly, very effectively, sketching them in no time flat. Just do one stroke for the upper lip, one for the bottom, put in your details, and then bingo bango, it's done. Super, super quick. Join me on schoolism.com for art classes where you'll learn from known professional artists. Watch the lessons, do the assignments, hand in your assignment to the site, and in a few days you would receive a new video where you have your assignment on screen. Your teacher would then paint and draw on top of your assignment, designing their teaching towards your specific skill level. You can watch the videos on your own time. You can do the assignments on your own time. You have a due date. That's it. You have access to the videos 24/7, and the best thing of all is that you can ask the teacher any questions that you want. Also, you get to watch everybody else's video critiques as well, because they'll be asking all sorts of different questions that totally pertain to you. It's just that you never thought of asking. If you'd like to find out more, you can visit us at schoolism.com and sign up for a class today.